How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video on Coaster Xtra. In today's video, we are going to be operating Vampire at Chessington World of Adventures on Ride Sims 2. But before we get into it, please remember to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy. It really helps out the channel. We hit 25 subscribers recently, so thank you all for that. And also join my Discord server for important announcements, channel updates, and notifications when my video gets posted, with videos I should say. But that's the first link in the description, so you should really come and check that out. Also, you can just chat with the community about coasters, so it'd be great if you could come and see that. But without any further ado, we're going to get straight into operating this coaster. So we've got to start up the ride. So we are going to activate the power to the ride and hold R to reset the E-stop. There it goes, really nice. Set the mode to maintenance and we need to turn on all the blocks. So station block, lift hill 1, pre-lift 2, lift hill 2 first actually, then we can do pre-lift 2, then final brake, then hold brake, and we've activated all the blocks so the ride can now operate. So we're going to dispatch this coaster using spacebar. There it goes, out of the station. Yeah, this is the station here. This ride has 2 lift hills. I'll explain more about the ride later, but it will be on screen now if you want to see a picture on real life. So up it's going in the lift hill. Now we're going to transfer on a new train, because with one train we are not going to get very good capacity for this ride as it's a long layout. So we're going to click the add. And on the train goes, beautiful. Okay, and as this train's going round, it's going to be really great. Because now this train, once this train goes round its layout, is going to be able to be dispatched. So, round it's going. We are really nice. It's speeding up now, see? Okay, it's good. Right. So we are just going to wait a second to dispatch this coaster. But to do that, we're going to jump right into a time lapse and do some testing for this ride. Here we go. Okay, so we've just been doing some testing, and it went pretty smoothly actually. So what we are going to do is we are now going to open the ride to the main queue and to the fast track queue, and we are also going to change our system mode over from maintenance to normal mode, because we are no longer testing the ride, we are going to be actually operating it to guests. So we are also going to zoom in using the view button here, because it just gives you quite a nice view. We might not stay in this for the whole time, but it's pretty good for now. It gives you a good atmosphere of the station, what it feels like in real life with all the torches on the wall and the kind of dark and eerie atmosphere. It's got a good build up to the rides in real life and also in Ride Sims, it seems. But we are now going to wait for some guests to come in, so we're going to cut to when we have some more. Okay, so we've got a few more guests in the queue now, and you can see up the top we've got 14-ish guests in the main queue and 10 in the fast lane queue, but that's not including any of the people in the station, so we better get operating for this ride so that we can get through these people that are waiting for their turn. Okay, so we're going to open the restraints up using the up arrow key. There we go, beautiful animation there, as per usual from Ride Sims. Then we're going to use the right arrow key to open the gates. There it is. And all the guests come and sit down. Then we're going to use the left arrow key to close the gates. Once it lets us, of course, the guests are loading. And we are going to use the down arrow key to close the restraints again. We're also going to load some fast lane guests using the F key. There you go, a few are loading on there. And we're going to switch back to main queue for a little bit. Okay, so the restraints are closing, as you can see from here. There they go, closing up, being checked and locked. Just got to wait for a little bit, just to wait for all the restraints to be closed. And there we go, dispatch has lit up green, so we can press spacebar and let the ride leave its station, and there it goes. And our next train will just come in automatically. These are very long trains, and this ride is manufactured by Aerodynamics, and it's a very, very old ride. It's been open for a long time now, so it's pretty ancient, but it still lives up to standards today. Its trains are special though. They were originally manufactured by Aerodynamics, but people thought they were pretty uncomfortable trains, so Vekoma were called in and they manufactured the trains for this ride. And what's quite special with the trains is that the Vekoma and Aerodynamics version both swing on the track. So instead of being locked in one position underneath the track, they swing at the turns, which is quite an interesting experience. And this ride isn't just a ride plonked in the middle of nowhere like some rides are. No, it's got a layout designed specially to go through the woodland, and while it's doing that, it reaches a top speed of about 45 miles per hour, which is pretty quick. It is a ride targeted at families, but it's quite thrilling and intense at times, and it's a good ride. Like, I do definitely try and get on this every time I go to Chessington, and it gets actually quite big queues because of just how special it is. And just the feeling of going through the trees is stunning, especially at night. Vampire at night has got to be one of the most different coasters at night of any coaster I've been on. Like, some coasters you're just like, yeah, it's dark, cool. Vampire, you cannot see a thing. There are no lights, no anything in the woods. You are just swinging around crazily at night, and it is awesome. Like, this ride is great in day, but at night, it's just really special. Now, I think what we should do here is zoom out slightly. This train's coming round. I think we should add another train on, because we have the capacity for it. There's a few guests in the queue that we need to cater for. So we are going to just add another train on. And we've got to do that in maintenance mode, of course, so I'll switch that over. This train's coming on. And that means we're going to have 3 trains on the track, which is the maximum the Vampire can run due to the amount of block sections that it's got. Now, yeah, this ride I do enjoy. It's one of my favourites at Chessington, probably my favourite being Dragon's Fury, but this is not like super low under it. No, it's a close call between this and Dragon's Fury. This is definitely better than Dragon's Fury at night, 100%. I'm going to switch that back over to normal mode. And I think we're also going to zoom out now so that we can just see the whole layout. It might be slightly more interesting. So, yeah, this is an amazing ride. It's getting a little bit rough, but what do you expect? It's aged quite well considering just how old it is. I'll put on the screen now when this ride opened because I've forgotten. But that'll be on the screen now so you can see when it opened, and I'll also put how long it's been open for if you don't want to do the maths. So yeah, you can tell from what you've just seen how long this has been open for. So it's aged pretty well considering it's only slightly rough now. Like when you think about rides like Colossus that opened in 2002, and people say that's really rough. This opened well before it and it's not as rough. It is an amazing... If you ever go to Chessington World of Adventures, definitely ride this. Like, you don't know what you're missing out on if you don't. It's truly amazing. Like, just the feeling of going through the trees. And this section here where my mouse is on, this is going over like the street where people can walk under you, and that is such a cool moment. You've just gone off the second lift hill, around this little drop here, and over the street, and it is really, really good. It's a great ride. It does feel about 45 miles per hour, but if you're a family group and you're scared that you don't want it to be too intense, it's not that bad. If you go to Chessington, give it a go. It's a great ride. It's definitely worth it. It does get good big queues though. Like I mentioned, this can be on like 2-hour queues consistently throughout the day. So whenever it's on a small queue time, you should definitely take that opportunity to head down to the bottom of the park and ride this beast. It is good. I do like Vampire, and I'm sure you will too if you try it out. Yeah, it's in the Wild Woods section of the park. Previously Transylvania. I think that name suited it slightly more, but it is what it is. That's how they changed it. I think the reason it's now called Wild Woods is originally in this building here, it's one that my mouse is going around, was Bubble Works, which was a water ride, and that kind of, I guess, they thought didn't really fit the theme. I personally really liked Bubble Works. It was one of the first ever rides I went on at Chessington World of Adventures, and it was a great ride, but they've now rethemed it to the Gruffalo River Ride Adventure, which in my opinion I don't think is quite as good, but it will appeal to families, and Chessington is a mostly family park, so I think it works, and Gruffalo is set in the woods, so it works. It fits. It's just not quite as good as Bubble Works in my opinion. If you have got the chance to ride Bubble Works, you'll know what I mean, that it was a great ride. But still, it is what it is, and rides do change. Parks do have to change their marketing tactics every so often. So, I've talked about Vampire a bit. We're getting through some guests pretty nicely. So, we're going to call it at the end of the video pretty soon, I should say. Just remember to leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy the video. It really does help out the channel so much, and as I said, I hit 25 subscribers recently, so I'm really grateful to that. Thank you for everyone who supported me in the comments and the act of just liking a video, so thank you for that if you're one of those people. Also, just remember to join my Discord if you haven't already. It's the first link in the description. Come check it out. Come on, guys. Just give it a go. You know, I'm sure you'll like it. You can chat about coasters, and that's kind of all some people want. So it's really cool if you can come check that out. Thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your day, guys, and goodbye.